Nothing changes if nothing changes. Simple words. Brutal truth. You want to know why you're stuck? Why you keep having the same problems, the same struggles, the same disappointing results year after year? Because you keep doing the same things expecting different outcomes. That's not hope. That's insanity. Listen to me carefully. The life you're living right now is the direct result of every choice you've made up to this point. Every excuse you've accepted, every shortcut you've taken, every time you chose comfort over growth. And if you don't like where you are, there's only one solution. Change everything. But here's what most people don't understand about change. It's not supposed to feel good. It's not supposed to be easy. Change is violent. Change is uncomfortable. Change requires you to kill who you were to become who you need to be. Most people say they want change, but they don't want to change. They want their circumstances to magically improve while they stay exactly the same. They want better results without better habits. They want a stronger body without discipline. They want more money without more value. That's not how reality works. Reality is cold. Reality is unforgiving. Reality doesn't care about your feelings or your fears or your excuses. Reality only responds to action. You think you can negotiate with reality? You think you can charm your way to success? You think you can manipulate the universe into giving you what you want without giving anything in return? Wake up! The universe is transactional. You get exactly what you pay for. The currency isn't money. It's sacrifice. It's pain. It's the willingness to become someone you've never been, to achieve something you've never had. Every successful person you admire, every achievement you respect, every transformation that inspires you, it all started with one decision. The decision to stop being who they were and start becoming who they needed to be. But that decision comes with a price. You have to kill your old self. You have to murder your excuses. You have to execute your comfortable habits and bury your limiting beliefs. Change isn't renovation. It's demolition and reconstruction. Most people aren't willing to pay that price. They'd rather stay comfortable and miserable than uncomfortable and growing. They'd rather complain about their situation than confront what needs to change. But you're different, aren't you? You wouldn't be listening to this if you weren't ready to face the truth. You wouldn't be here if you weren't tired of your own excuses. You wouldn't be seeking this message if you weren't ready to do what others won't. So, let me tell you what change really looks like. Change means waking up when you don't want to. Change means doing the work when you don't feel like it. Change means saying no to things that feel good but don't serve your goals. Change means saying yes to things that scare you but will make you stronger. Change means looking at yourself in the mirror and admitting that you're the problem, not your circumstances, not your past, not other people. You're the reason you're not where you want to be. And that's actually the best news you'll ever hear. Because if you're the problem, you're also the solution. You have complete control over your choices. You have complete control over your effort. You have complete control over your response to everything that happens to you. But control requires responsibility, and responsibility is heavy. That's why most people run from it. They'd rather be victims than victors because being a victim is easier. Being a victim means nothing is your fault. Being a victim means you don't have to change. But victims don't win. Victims don't achieve. Victims don't transform their lives. Only people who take complete ownership of their results can change their results. You want to lose weight? Stop making excuses and start making different choices. You want more money? Stop complaining about the economy and start developing skills that create value. You want better relationships? Stop blaming others and start becoming someone worth being around. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Your habits created your current reality. Different habits will create a different reality. But habits aren't suggestions. They're non-negotiable behaviors that you do regardless of how you feel. Most people are slaves to their emotions. They only work when they feel motivated. They only push when they feel inspired. They only act when conditions are perfect. That's why they never change. Change requires you to act despite your emotions, not because of them. Change requires you to move when you don't feel like moving. Change requires you to be consistent when consistency is boring. Change is built in the mundane moments when nobody's watching. It's built in the choice between the couch and the gym when you're tired. It's built in the choice between junk food and healthy food when you're hungry. It's built in the choice between scrolling and working when you're unmotivated. These small choices seem insignificant, but they compound. Day after day, week after week, month after month, small changes create massive results over time. But you have to be patient with the process and impatient with your excuses. Most people are impatient with the process and patient with their excuses. They want results immediately, but they'll tolerate their limitations forever. They'll try something for a few weeks, and when they don't see dramatic results, they quit. That's not how transformation works. Real change is invisible at first. You're planting seeds in frozen ground. You're doing work that doesn't seem to matter. You're making sacrifices that nobody sees, but underneath the surface, everything is changing. Your character is strengthening. Your discipline is growing. Your capacity for difficulty is expanding. And then one day, everything shifts. The results become visible. The transformation becomes obvious. People start asking what you did differently, but you know the truth. You became different. You changed who you were at the core level. See, most people try to change their circumstances without changing themselves. They want external results without internal transformation. They want the fruits without planting the seeds. But lasting change always works from the inside out. First you become, then you have. First you develop the character, then you achieve the results. Who do you need to become to have the life you want? What kind of person has the body you want? What kind of person has the relationships you want? What kind of person has the success you want? Become that person. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. Now. Start making the choices that person would make. Start developing the habits that person would have. Start thinking the thoughts that person would think. Because here's what I've learned. You don't get what you want in life. You get who you are. If you're undisciplined, you get undisciplined results. If you're inconsistent, you get inconsistent results. If you're uncommitted, you get uncommitted results. But if you become disciplined, you get disciplined results. If you become consistent, you get consistent results. If you become fully committed, you get extraordinary results. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of who you are as a person. Change who you are, and everything changes. Most people have this backwards. They think they'll change who they are after they get the results they want. They think they'll become disciplined after they lose weight. They think they'll become confident after they find success. That's not how it works. You become disciplined, then you lose weight. You become confident, then you find success. You become the person first, then you get the life. But becoming requires sacrifice. It requires giving up who you were to become who you need to be. It requires trading comfort for growth. It requires exchanging excuses for excellence. Are you willing to make that trade? Are you willing to be uncomfortable for a few years so you can be comfortable for the rest of your life? Are you willing to sacrifice what you are for what you could become? Because that's what real change demands. Total commitment, complete transformation, a willingness to burn the bridges to your old life so you can't retreat when things get difficult. And they will get difficult. Change is not a smooth process. It's messy, it's painful, it's full of setbacks and failures and moments where you want to quit. But those moments don't disqualify you, they develop you. Every time you choose to continue when you want to quit, you're building unshakable strength. Every time you push through when things get hard, you're creating unstoppable momentum. The people who achieve extraordinary results aren't the ones who never face difficulty. They're the ones who refuse to let difficulty stop them. They understand that obstacles aren't roadblocks. They're opportunities to grow stronger. They understand that setbacks aren't failures. They're setups for comebacks. They understand that every challenge is a chance to prove to themselves what they're really made of. Nothing changes if nothing changes. But everything changes when you decide to change everything. So, what's it gonna be? Are you going to keep living the same year over and over again? Or are you going to make this the year everything shifted? Are you going to keep making the same excuses? Or are you going to start making different choices? The power to change your life is in your hands, right now, not tomorrow, not when conditions are perfect, not when you feel ready, right now. But you have to act, you have to move, you have to start becoming the person you were meant to be. Because nothing changes if nothing changes. But when you change, everything changes. Change it.